Hi guys, welcome back to Dimitra's Dishes. So today we're going to make macaronia keema. It's one of those really very popular traditional Greek dishes that pretty much every other culture also has their version of, but it is spaghetti and a meat sauce. The meat sauce is super simple to make. It's not one of those that you have to cook for like 12 hours or anything like that. It's ready in under an hour, which is great. It's quick, it's easy, it's delicious, kids love it, and let me take you over the ingredients so we can get started. Of course, we need some ground beef. This is beef. You can make it with ground chicken or ground turkey, whatever you like. I prefer lean beef because I like for the fat to come from the olive oil, but use whatever's your favorite. We're gonna need some fresh parsley, some garlic, black pepper, crushed red pepper flakes, about a pound of canned tomatoes. I have crushed tomatoes and diced tomatoes. That's all I had. Really use whatever you have at home. Just make sure they're not seasoned already or anything like that, because we're seasoning everything with our own ingredients. And then we have some crushed and dried oregano, salt, and I've already chopped up and began cooking my onions. They're pretty much done. I've sauteed them in some olive oil, and then I'm gonna move until they're really nice and soft. That took about 15 minutes as usual. And then I'm just gonna chop up my garlic and add it in there. All right, so I'm gonna add in all this garlic and let it cook for about 3 to 4 minutes until it's nice and soft. I like lots of garlic, and so does everyone else in this house. So I add a lot of garlic. You don't have to add that much if you don't like, but I'm gonna let it cook until it's nice and soft, and it should just take, and these brown bits in here, don't worry about those, they'll just add lots of flavor. It's pretty much caramelized onion. Cover that, and after 4 or 5 minutes, I'll add in the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes, and the garlic has cooked a little bit. I would, at this point, it feels like it needs to be cooked a little bit more, so if you want the garlic to completely melt in your meal, in the meat sauce, you can actually add about a cup of water and cook it on high heat until the water evaporates. But we don't mind some garlic in our food, so I'm just going to add the ground beef now. And this is about 3 pounds. It's a lot. My very good friends are over, and so I'm making a big batch of this for everyone. So I'm just going to saute this and just break it up a bit before we add all of the rest of the ingredients. So now I'm going to add my salt and my pepper. There's my salt. I'll add a little bit of black pepper. I'm keeping it less spicy this time, but you can spice it up to your preference. My really good friend's son doesn't prefer spice, so I'll just put a tiny bit in here. I put black pepper and crushed red pepper, mix it up a little bit, and then I'll add my 2 cans of tomatoes. And then I'll mix it up. And then what I'll do is just fill these cans up and just put some water in here. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to cook this over a high heat until the tomatoes and the onions sort of like melt into the sauce. The water will evaporate and everything will come together and be beautiful in about 25 to 30 minutes. It all depends. Just keep an eye on it and keep stirring it so it doesn't burn. And I'll show you what it looks like when it gets to that point. And in the meantime, I have my water boiling. I'll just cook my pasta in here and everything will come together beautifully. Let's see, it's been cooking for about 40 minutes because it was a double batch, like I said, on the website. And when I put the list of ingredients, I'm just going to put a single batch, which will be half of this recipe, which will probably cook in half the time. But this is what you're looking for when all this evaporates. You want the sauce to be nice and thick. Let me get another. Nice and thick, and if you want, like I like the way this garlic is showing, but you could just mash it up a little more or cook it more in the beginning. But this is what you're looking for. The more it sits, the more it'll thicken. And that is perfect. I'm going to taste it for seasoning, and then I'll add my oregano and my fresh parsley, and then it's ready to serve. To me, that's perfect. It doesn't need any more salt. Now at this point, I'm going to add some dried oregano. It's going to bring out that really nice fresh flavor, and of course some fresh chopped parsley. Just mix it all up. And then I have some pasta over here that I've boiled, some spaghetti. I'll just add a little bit of olive oil to it and give it a nice mix. You can put butter if you like. And I'll take some and put it in my bowl right here, which I have ready. I don't need that much. And then some of the meat sauce. Actually, let me decorate this with a little bit of fresh parsley. That looks so beautiful. And then we'll put the meat sauce on here. Now this is my standard go-to meat sauce that I use to fill my stuffed eggplant that I have on this. I have the recipe on my website as well as this channel. I'll put the link below. And I also use this to just make lots of different things. I take this same exact recipe and then I'll cut up some potatoes and let them cook in here, serve it over rice. Super delicious. There's so much you could do. I would definitely have this in my recipe repertoire and just use it over and over again in as many different ways as you like, but definitely make this recipe. Kids love it. Sprinkle it with some cheese. I have some grated Parmesan. In Greece, I love eating this with kefalograviera, which is like a Gruyere kind of a cheese. It's delicious. It's kind of hard to find over here. So my go-to thing is shredded Parmesan. Definitely make this for your family. It's delicious, it's easy, it's simple, it's healthy. Go to the website, www.dimitrasdishes.com. Get the exact measurements for this recipe right here. And then post your comments down below. Let me know what you want to learn how to make. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone. It's too hot to eat right now. Okay, it's done. So you have to take a